Hello YouTube. I want to welcome everyone back, and this video is going to be part 2 from my last video. And on my last video I talked about 1 John chapter 5 verse 7. It says the Father, the Word, which is the light, and the Holy Spirit are one. And if these three are one, then the opposite is true. The thief, the darkness, and the evil spirits are also one. And I know some people might think that this is just an assumption. You know what? What is there to back up the idea of the thief, the darkness, and the evil spirits being one? And that's a good question, which I also asked God the same question. And God gave me an answer, but before I share the answer that God gave me, I have to ask you a question. Do you believe that God has shown me these things? Or am I just making it up? Now, I ask this question because I want people to understand that I'm nothing special. If you believe that God showed me these things, then that just means that God can show you if you are willing to ask. So simply look up the verses that I mentioned in these videos and then ask. It's that simple. With that being said, for those who believe that God gave me an answer, let's take a look at the answer that God gave me. Back to what God showed me about the thief, the darkness, and the evil spirits being one. I simply asked God if there was anything else that might help support this. And God did not give me a yes/no answer. Instead, God showed me that it is true by how the three work together. And again, I am going to do my best to show you just how it was shown to me. And we start by going to the book of Luke, chapter 11, verse 21 and 22. And it reads, when a strong man, fully armed, guards his own palace, his goods are in peace. 22. But when a stronger than he comes upon him and overcomes him, he takes from him all his armor in which he trusted and divides his spoils. Okay, so first we are going to look at this verse in the physical sense, according to the flesh. So imagine a man in full armor, guarding his home. Some might picture a man in full tactical gear, with weapons, barbed wire fence, watchtower, guard dogs, etc. With this image in mind, one might think, how does one stronger than he overcome him? So, in the physical sense, this does not make much sense. How a strong man, a man in full armor, is overcome? Why? Because there are all kinds of possibilities, right? All kinds of different scenarios that can play out. When we look at this verse in the flesh, anything could happen. Now let's look at this verse in the spiritual sense. First, let's reread Luke chapter 11, verse 21 and 22. When a strong man, fully armed, guards his own palace, his goods are in peace. But when a stronger than he comes upon him and overcomes him, he takes from him all his armor in which he trusted and divides his spoils. So, in the spiritual sense, God showed me how the thief, the darkness, and the evil spirit being one helps make sense of Luke 11, 21, 22. How a man fully armed is overcome. So going back to Luke 11, 22, it says, but when a stronger than he comes. Stopping right there, first it mentions a strong man. And then it says a stronger than he comes. So who is this that is stronger? It's the darkness. And some people are thinking, the darkness. How does the darkness overcome us? The darkness slowly and quietly overcomes us. So picture the sun going down when it's evening. As the sun goes down, the darkness slowly comes upon us, slowly overcomes us until it is completely dark. And if the thief and the darkness are one, then it makes sense how the darkness slowly creeps in, just like a thief. And even if we have full armor, watchtower, dogs, etc., we cannot stop the darkness from coming upon us. So at this point, the darkness overcomes us. The darkness is stronger than us. We cannot stop the darkness, and it takes away our ability to see. And if we cannot see, then we are powerless against it. And it does not matter if you're strong, rich, famous, beautiful, handsome, etc. The darkness slowly comes over us. It overcomes us. And in complete darkness, the thief steals away the armor. What armor? The armor of God, written in Ephesians chapter 6. So after the darkness has overcome us, the thief steals away our shield of faith, the sword, gospel of peace, the truth, leaving us defenseless, eventually stealing away our salvation. And when people are in complete darkness, the evil spirits divide the spoils. Now, what does that mean? It means evil enjoys taking away our love, joy, peace, the happiness in our life. And it leaves us selfish, anger, bitter, heartless. And that's how God showed it to me. Which brings us back to the question, do you believe God is showing me these things? Or am I just making it up? All I can say is that when it comes to the Bible, things happen just the way Jesus said it would. In Mark chapter 9, verse 23. Thank you for watching.